Diversity is being invited to the party. Inclusivity is being asked to dance. So shall we now dance to the rhythm of equity and inclusion as we move to the spotlight event for the evening, the award distribution. We shall now start off with the Disability Confidence and Inclusion Award. The award acknowledges organizations that have spearheaded initiatives aimed at empowering employees with disabilities that support their growth and development in the organization. Could I please have on stage Mr. Ritesh Tiwari and Ms. Paramala Bhatt to do the honors. The second runner-up award goes to Capgemini Technology Services Limited. Capgemini's inclusive hiring has resulted in nearly 30% increase in number of disabled employees over the past 5 years. The company supports this growth through workshops, discussion groups, medical benefits, insurance, and limiting unconscious biases. Moving on, the first runner-up goes to Shell India Markets Private Limited. Shell provides gainful employment to people with disabilities across levels and locations, showcasing their commitment to enable success in the workplace. They promote utilization of accessibility tools in the organization and drive educational programs, training 600 plus employees. Finally, the winner in this category, LTI Mindtree Limited. LTI Mindtree is using its expertise in technology and digital solutions to make tangible differences in lives of employees by providing resources and support for people with disabilities to thrive in an increasingly digitalized world, including flexible work from home policies, accommodations for physical work, and trainings on generative AI accessibility tools. They also sponsor the Helen Keller Awards, most prestigious Indian benchmark for honoring people and organizations working towards promoting employment opportunities for people with disabilities. Thank you, Ritesh and Paramala. We shall now move on to the LGBTQI plus Inclusion Awards. The award acknowledges organizations that have actively engaged with and promoted LGBTQIA plus talent, fostering a positive and inclusive environment where members of the queer community can thrive. Could I please have on stage Mr. Parmesh Shani and Mr. Puneet Chatwal to hand over the awards. And the second runner-up goes to Khaitan Company. Khaitan Company has made immense progress in LGBTQIA inclusion over the past 5 years, amplifying voices of openly queer leadership, funding scholarships for LGBTQIA students, and supporting career advancement. Their Arise initiative creates an accessible and comprehensive resource on legal matters concerning community legislations with widespread implications on legal sector and benefits for LGBTQIA. The first runner-up is actually a tie, and it goes to Deutsche Bank. which has been previously honored for their allyship with the LGBTQIA. Sorry, do we have? Yes. Today we recognize them for their policies supporting queer and trans individuals for gender transitions, commitment to recruiting minority groups, support of those individuals through promotions, and their overall commitment to creating a safe community space. Also, first runner-up is Shell India. Shell India has conducted mandatory inclusion and respect sessions across their workforce and awareness sessions across 150 plus retail stations in India to promote LGBTQIA+, along with sensitization sessions for recruiters to eliminate bias in hiring and meet their diversity quotas. And now for the winner, Godrej Properties Limited. Godrej Properties has gone above and beyond to build a safe environment for inclusivity. They consciously recruit with queer spaces, build talent pipelines for young queer professionals, celebrate the diversity of identities by giving platforms to community advocates and meaningfully supporting LGBTQ+ employees through programs for housing support. Kudos to their dedication to actionable allyship. Thank you, Parmesh and Puneet. We now move on to the Gender Equality Champion Award. The award acknowledges organizations that have endeavored to enhance gender equality and offer equal growth opportunities for all genders. Could I please have on stage Ms. Neera Sagi, Ms. Pinky Mehta, President-Designate Bombay Chamber and CFO Aditya Birla Capital Limited. And the second runner-up award goes to Khaitan Company. Khaitan Company has brought conversations of gender equality to one of the oldest full-service law firms in India. Thoughtful medical insurance, maternity benefits, paid menstrual and menopausal leave, mechanisms for equitable pay are some of the initiatives through which the company supports women to achieve greatness in the highest courts of the country. The first runner-up award goes to Federal Bank. Federal Bank has widespread recognition as one of the best workplaces for women in India with high employee satisfaction scores. They have a precedent in gender equity through efforts to close the gender wage gap, mentorship programs for women advancement in leadership positions, and support for critical balance between personal and professional lives that enables almost 100% of mothers to seamlessly re-enter their roles. And the winner goes to Capgemini Technology Services India Limited. This award aptly goes to an organization that empowers women across the hierarchy by dedicating themselves to equality across the spectrum of gender. Their initiatives include extensive parental support, unbiased medical coverage including gender transition surgeries, support structures for intersecting identities, and a well-defined governance mechanism. Thank you, Neera and Pinky. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Moving on to present the Best DEI Program Award. The award acknowledges organizations that have implemented transformative initiatives targeting policies and systems to support underrepresented diversity groups beyond those mentioned in other awards, such as age, religion, region, and language, amongst others. Could I please have Meenakshi Priyam and Mr. Uday Khanna, past President Bombay Chambers, on the stage to present the award? The second runner-up goes to TVS Motor Company. TVS Motor has built inclusive talent pipelines to recruit and develop people from underrepresented backgrounds, providing them with opportunities that speak specifically to their diverse needs. Their outreach program meaningfully enhances mentorship and career development through relationship with communities and individuals. First runner-up goes to Tata Communications Limited. The company works towards building awareness and knowledge necessary to recognize and mitigate conscious and unconscious bias. It has a unique spin to enable senior leadership to engage with young career women via a reverse mentoring initiative so that key leadership understands challenges and aspirations of women in the industry. And the winner goes to Standard Chartered Bank, India. Let us applaud Standard Chartered Bank for its efforts in breaking taboos across topics like menstruation, disability, biases and microaggressions, and neurodiversity through education and sensitivity training from the very highest level down. Their efforts to build a truly inclusive work environment through self-ID awareness has created an organization where everyone can bring their true self to work and be recognized for their contribution. Thank you, Meenakshi and Mr. Uday. We now move on to the special award for MSMEs. This award acknowledges outstanding effort of MSMEs in fostering diversity, equity, and inclusion within their organizations. It is one thing for a company with larger funds to commit to DEI values, but it is entirely a different challenge for a company with limited resources to make the same commitments. Could I please have on stage Mr. Nitin Razdan and Mr. Sandeep Khosla to hand over the award? The second runner-up goes to Juris Corp. Juris is being recognized for their efforts to eliminate pay gaps and bias in recruiting and through use of technological solutions. By implementing flexible working arrangements, including remote work, they support the work-life balance needs crucial for working and single parents. They are making concentrated efforts to provide trainings for gender sensitivity and diversity. The first runner-up award goes to NICHEM Solutions. The company has people development as its core agenda and has created a women development cell to formalize its commitment to women empowerment. They commit themselves to leadership programs, trainings, and coaching to support women in the workplace. And the winner goes to Shashi Natural and Organic Private Limited, a company founded by a woman with all top leadership positions managed by women. Diversity has been their mindset since day one. This award acknowledges outstanding commitment of the company to gender equity and a non-traditional working environment that celebrates diversity in all its aspects. Thank you, Nitin and Sandeep. And now for the DEI Champion Award. This award acknowledges the organization that has demonstrated exceptional commitment to promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion within the organization. May I please have on stage Mr. Ritesh Tiwari and Ms. Pinky Mehta to hand out the awards. The second runner-up is a tie. The first of them being Capgemini Technology Services India Limited. Capgemini demonstrates deep commitment to diversity through its initiatives such as coding program for 10,000 plus schoolgirls in India, mentorship program by senior leadership for LGBTQIA individuals, accessible environment and infrastructure of persons with disabilities, Veteran Inclusion Employee Resource Group for advancing veteran employees and dedicated skill development for women in technology. Also, second runner-up is Shell India Markets Private Limited. They have embodied DEI values by catering to a spectrum of communities with an emphasis on gender neutrality and flexibility. PWD candidates' participation in workforce, self-declared representation for LGBTQIA, and extensive support for diverse family situations resulting in 85% retention rate post-maternity over the last 8 years. First runner-up goes to Godrej Properties Limited. Godrej Properties has created safe and welcoming spaces for all of its employees by ensuring accessibility, infrastructural support, equitable healthcare benefits for all, and support for diverse identities. Some key initiatives include gender-neutral washrooms, safe housing programs for transgender employees, targeted talent pipelines for LGBTQIA individuals, Pride internship program for queer community, and transgender assisted accommodation program. The winner goes to InterGlobe Aviation Limited. IndiGo creates real and meaningful differences for the underrepresented and underserved communities. Policy protection for HIV positive, PWD hiring policy enabling barrier-free interview process, tireless educational campaigns for women and girls, safe space initiatives for LGBTQIA community. The company exemplifies true commitment to the values of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Thank you, Ritesh. Could I request Ms. Pinky Mehta to stay back on the stage? Mahatma Gandhi is known to have said, "Our ability to reach unity in diversity will be the beauty and test of our civilization." Tonight reinforces my faith in the strength of a civilization that is being driven by such phenomenal efforts from the corporate quarters. Could we please have the vote of thanks?
Thank you, Payal. I am indeed honored to deliver the vote of thanks at the DEI Award 2024, hosted by the Bombay Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It has been an honor and a privilege to gather here and recognize the outstanding efforts and achievements of organizations in advancing diversity, equity, and inclusions in our communities and workplace. On behalf of Bombay Chamber, I extend my sincere thanks to this august gathering for being a part of this momentous award ceremony. My sincere thanks to Deloitte, our knowledge partner, HSBC, our associate sponsor, Dow Chemical India Private Limited, our supporting partner, for assisting us in making our second edition of the award a grand success. In our inaugural session, I thank Ritesh Tiwari, President, Bombay Chamber of Commerce, and CFO Hindustan Unilever Limited and Unilever South Asia for setting the theme for the awards. I would like to thank Nisaba Godrej, Executive Chairperson, Godrej Consumer Products, and Puneet Chatwal, Managing Director and CEO, the Indian Hotels Company Limited, for their presence and support of these initiatives. Now let me highlight the conversations which we got it from both of the experts. Nisaba said, "The leadership is a privilege where you should not just deliver numbers and service customers, but you need to serve your organization as well. Fulfillment and meaning comes from serving others." And Mr. Puneet Chatwal said that we see a go-getter attitude on all fronts, DEI as well. I am also thankful to our speakers and moderator today for a highly insightful panel on DEI in corporate India. The roadmap, our moderator Meenakshi Priyam, Chairperson and DEI Committee, Bombay Chamber, CHRO of UDAN, and our panelist Neera Sagi, first woman president in the year 2013-14 for Bombay Chamber, Parimala Bhatt, founder and chairperson of Snehankit Helpline, and Parmesh Sahani, head Godrej DEI Lab. The panel discussed the need to bring the diversity into the boardrooms and spoke about their wish list for corporates to bring in more diverse workforce. I would also like to thank our sincere appreciation to our dedicated jury members, Puneet Chatwal, Dr. Indu Sahani, Kaval Preet, and Renu Sud Karnad, who has given their valuable time and expertise to evaluate the support this initiative. Our heartfelt thanks go out to all the participants who have demonstrated exceptional leaderships, innovations, and commitment to driving positive change in the realm of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Our thanks to each and every one of you who have graced us with your presence today. Your enthusiasm, engagement, and commitment to the ideals of diversity, equity, and inclusions are what makes this gathering so special. The DEI committee has been able to successfully organize this impactful event today. All this could not have been accomplished without the strong and consistent support of the DEI committee team, Chairperson Ms. Meenakshi Priyam, Bhavna Kumar, and Payal Hindocha, along with the Chamber Secretary. Big thank you to all of you for your commitment and efforts. I also thank the media for their presence, Four Seasons Hotel for the arrangements throughout the day. Once again, thank you all for being part of this remarkable DEI award ceremony. See you again next year for our third edition of the Bombay Chamber DEI Awards. Thank you. Please join us for dinner.
I'm not doing anything. So that, can I request our President-elect to stay back? We would want to give a special memento to Payal as well. She did the most difficult job for us on the evening. Payal, if you can please join us on stage.
Excellent comparing, I must say. Wonderful. Come.
Yes, just hold on a moment. Can we please have all of the winners on the stage? Along with them, could I also have Ritesh, Meenakshi, Mr. Puneet Chatwal, Ms. Parimala Bhatt, Ms. Neera Sagi, Mr. Sandeep Khosla, Mr. Parmesh Shani, all the winners, if you could please be on stage for a group photograph.